Yo, what is up, guys? It's your Book Goose here, back at it again with another YouTube video. And before we get into it, this video is going to be about my tournament history, my fucking competitive shit, just like my past month of experience, basically, and the break I took. But you might be asking yourself, Daddy, why is there so much aura emanating from the screen right now? And you might be asking yourself, why is this guy wearing such fucking drip? Well, this drip's really important as to what I'm about to tell you, so buckle up. So to start this off, we got to go to the last bracket that I went to. All right. I went 2-2 at this bracket. It was February 24th. You know, just a regular. In my mind, I thought, oh, this is gonna be another Tuesday, right? Another another week, another bracket. You know what I mean? I felt like I've been playing fine, like things have been going well or whatever. And there's some out of regioners coming in, so why not go to the bracket? You know, it sounds like a good time. You know, we were about to adopt a puppy, and it was gonna take up a lot of my time afterwards. So who know what was gonna happen next? Anyway, so going into the bracket, let's see. It's just a regular 2-2 bracket. Play a top player, lose. Play a 0-2er, lose. Or I mean, win. And then the very last set was against somebody who I do have problems with winning and playing in brackets sometimes. It's really not a bracket demon per se, because I have beat them already. More of like a bracket menace. How about that? A bracket menace. But I left this tournament, and I left the tournament with a weird feeling in my mind. It was, I'm not really having fun anymore. It's not fun. And so this was the beginning of a break. Now, during this break, I was like, hey, hold on, let me get off this because I'm not trying to steal no content. All right. You might have been asking yourself, hey, why was there a hero video there? Why was hero right there? Right? During this break, I was like, maybe I'm not enjoying the game anymore because of the character that I'm playing. And so for the rest of that month, I would start to try and learn the character hero. You know, I'd be asking for friendlies. I was grinding him out. And honestly, it was looking pretty good. The hero's not bad. I still don't think the hero's that bad. I have yet to use him in bracket ever since the last time I tried picking him up. But it's not looking too bad at all. And I like hero. You know, most people say, and most people know about this by now if you've been watching for a little bit, that I don't like Greninja as a Pokemon. Now, this hat shit might not look it, right? This hat was a gift. It was a gift. It might not look like it, but I'm actually not the fan of Greninja as a Pokemon. But Hero. Now, Hero's a badass character. Hero's cool. I like the idea of gambling. Who doesn't nowadays, right? Hakari is my favorite character in JJK, and all he does is gamble. You know how much aura, how much fucking pizzazz there is to that shit? It's fucking nasty, baby. It's fucking nasty. And each day during that little time period of learning hero, I was straying farther and farther away from the frog. You know, I was like clipping some stuff. I was learning like what heroes do, like how to play hero or hero neutral, right? It's different. It was fun. It was exciting. And honestly, it still is. Hero's a great character. Hero is also really good secondary for Greninja. However, my heart still wasn't fully in it. Look at that. Just fucking nasty, bro. Come on. That shit was fucking heat. That shit. Let's replay that. Hold on. Let's replay this. Come on. Uppy. Ooh, come on. How you let me do that, bro? Alright. Anyway. My heart still, wasn't fully obsessed, fully involved with the hero, you know. I was still going back to the frog, still learning, and I was still like VOD reviewing stuff throughout the month. It's not like I completely stopped and took like an actual break where I just stopped going to brackets and tournaments, right? I had adopted the puppy. It was taking up a lot of the time, right? By the way, look what this fucker does. Look what this dude does. Embarrassing. Like, bro, come on. How you let me do that? Come on, dude. It's Wi-Fi too. Wi-Fi Greninja. How the fuck are you gonna let Wi-Fi Greninja do that to you? Anyway, continue. During the break, someone comes along and they beat my bracket demon using Greninja, using my character. And if you know something about me, is I'm a celoso. I'm the jealous type, right? My girlfriend, she, you know, orders from a drive-through, and the order taker is a guy. I'm gonna be like, nah, what the fuck? I'm gonna start feeling, some type of way. But then again, when I start talking to a guy, I don't want her to be, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, nah, but I VOD reviewed whatever this guy did differently, and honestly, it wasn't much. He just kind of knew more about the matchup, knew little ins and outs, and like the some random ass shit. His neutral was similar, very similar, surprisingly similar. Like it was kind of oddly similar. He knew how to play Greninja way better though. Um, and I took notes and I studied the fuck out of that over the next week or whatever. But then again, a part of my mind was also like, you know what? I don't want to be some second rank Greninja. I'm just gonna pick up Hero, which is a flaw on my personality and my mindset of how I look at the world and look at things. Anyway, yeah, he came along, beat my bracket demon, so I just kind of learned from that, and I became a better Greninja and a better player fundamentally because of it. So after about a month, it wasn't really like a plan, like I was gonna take a break for a month. It was more of like a, you know what, I'm not gonna go to brackets for a little bit, and it just so happened to be around a month. I ended up coming back and going to this local. I got seeded sixth place. I ended up losing this local pretty badly. And during that month, I had started using a new control that was a gift to me. And I love the control. It's a fucking amazing control. It's a Procon. It's an HHL basically. It's like a Hall Effect GameCube controller, but it's like in a Procon body or not body. It's a Procon and a GameCube body. Think about it like that. It's super nice and I fucking love it and I wish I was able to use it. But this bracket, I was having connection issues with this controller. It was basically not connecting to Switch 2s very easily, and it wasn't connecting to Switch 1s, and it was having input delay when I was on the other Switches. And it really, really tilted me, especially after the first game. I was like, oh, I'm just upset, right? And I didn't want to go back to my car because it was like a 10-minute walk to my car. I parked super far away from the venue for some reason this time. And I didn't want to go to my car and grab my Procon. And I don't know why I didn't bring my Pro controller. Maybe it's because I hadn't been practicing on it and I'd been using this one specifically. But I feel as if I could have performed way better and should have performed way better during this bracket. It was just tilt that really got to me, right? Tilt and the input delay was really fucking me over because I was doing things that should have been like safe or things that should have been like true, and it just wasn't. I wasn't able to do the inputs in time, and it was really, really killing my ego and really, really killing my momentum or whatever. So after this is when I really decided to, you know what, I'm done with the character that really needs to have sharp inputs, right? Greninja is one of those characters where you need to have like frame perfect, like down to up smash. Your kill confirms, your combos have to be on fucking point. But then again, that is most characters. You have to have good frame advantage. But I was really doomer at this time. I was really like, you know what? I'm actually just gonna pick up Hero. Fuck Greninja. I'm done with this character. I need a character that I can practice with online. That character that's gonna be consistent through and through. And I decided to, at this moment, drop Greninja
So that was a fucking lie.
because I've already put in so much time into Greninja as a character, already over a year. Fuck it. You've probably even seen my thoughts after playing Greninja for 1 year. I just couldn't commit to the fucking bit of picking up Hero, or at least trying him out in the bracket. So by the time the next local rolled around, I had already rewarmed up the Greninja. I was already VOD reviewing. I was already looking at stuff. I had studied the most I'd ever studied this character. I had come up with a completely new game plan, new way of thinking about the game as well. Because before I was more of like Greninja just has to camp you out, basically, and that's like a TLDR bit of it. But now I'm more of like, I'm just better than you. I am a better player, and I'm going to prove that I'm a better player than you. And let's get into it. Let's get into what happened in the tournament. Basically, I ended up winning that tournament. It was a pretty good win. I know that the best player there, she was throwing. I don't really give a fuck about that, but I'm very happy about beating two of my bracket demons there. That was really nice. And first time, no, second time winning money, playing this game. It was like $15 or some shit. But, that's still Panda Express, dude. I went to Panda Express and they got my fucking order wrong, dude. They got my fucking order wrong, bro. You fucking kidding me? It's bullshit. Anyway, I swear I do this every few months. Like this one right here. This one was supposed to be the bracket that I dropped Greninja at and like went Byleth or whatever. Because if I didn't do good at this bracket, I would have dropped Greninja and I would have just gone solo Byleth. But I do that every so often, dude. I know what's going on. It's usually I have like a bad bracket, maybe it was this one or whatever. I'll have a bad bracket, and then I'll just like swap back to Greninja, and then I'll have a really good bracket when I go back. So I don't know what it is. There's something to it though. It's a method, There's a method to the madness. There's a method to the fucking to being a fucking pimp. Check this sequence out right quick. But anyways, cutting the shit. I was VOD reviewing, and I was playing like I guess I was playing good, but I'm also like really bad still. Like when I compare the gameplay to like higher level Greninjas, I'm still really fucking bad. Like the decision making is not there, the execution is not there. Like I got so much to work on. What the hell? What the fuck? What the frickety fuck? Damn, bro, I'm making bars right now. Thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate any likes or subscribes, anything you guys want to do, any comments. Honestly, DM me on Discord if you got any notes. If you want the actual vods, I will be posting them later at a later date. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah. See you later. Peace, 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 peace.